We had such efficiency yesterday, we do not want to delay getting started with our board meeting. So good morning, Vice Chair Reynolds, the Regents, and Chancellor Tidings, and all of our guests. I want to welcome you to Nashville State. I didn't get a chance to say that yesterday. But before I talk about what is happening today, let's take a quick look back on the history of the college. For over 5 decades, Nashville State has been a bridge to opportunity, serving 7 counties through 7 campuses. Nashville State has a bold vision to be a national leader in student success, workforce development, and community impact. And our Vision 2030, a student-ready college strategic plan, is driving our work. Our core values center us, our targets are clearly defined, and our strategic focus areas guide our efforts, resources, and programming to get more students to and through Nashville State with credentials of high value. And it is working. For the first time since 2018, our fall enrollment exceeded 8,000 students, and our fall FTE was higher than it has been since 2016. In the last 2 years, Nashville State's enrollment has increased by more than 1,200 students, and at the same time, we are improving our persistence, retention, and graduation rates. Making a difference is our focus on strengthening holistic supports for students through programs like Nashville Grad and Flex. Modeled after the nationally recognized CUNY ASAP program and primarily funded by the Mayor's Office, these programs are only available for Davidson County residents who attend Nashville State. Our data affirms that the extra support is making a real difference. As an example, last year's persistence rate for grad was 87%, Flex 94%, compared to 75% for other Davidson County students. And of our grad students who completed between 21 and 23, 60% have earned a 4-year degree. Just imagine what we could do if we had the resources to expand Grad and Flex to more students throughout our service area. At Nashville State, our commitment to student success extends beyond graduation. That is why post-completion success is a strategic focus area in our Vision 2030 plan, and why we find value in the power of partnerships. One great example is our partnership with Caterpillar Financial and our federally registered IT apprenticeship program. CAT has supported 4 cohorts of 2 students since 2023. 3 cohorts have graduated from Nashville State. All 6 graduates are still employed with CAT-FIN, with 5 pursuing their bachelor's degree and 1 pursuing their master's. Another example is our teacher residency program in Montgomery County. This fall, we will start our 6th cohort. To date, 124 students have graduated from Nashville State with their associate degree in teaching. Of the 124, 54 have graduated from Austin Peay, with 50 still employed as teachers in the district. My next example starts before students leave high school. Through our Better Together partnership with Metro Schools, we will have 6 early college programs this fall. These are designed for students to graduate with their associate degree before leaving high school. In 2018, our first group of 9th graders started early college high school on this campus. In 2021, we launched our first embedded early college program at Whites Creek High School with the generous support of the PNC Foundation. 90% of our early college graduates enrolled at a college or university to continue their education after high school. And over half of the first graduating class have already earned their 4-year degree. Through the Governor's Gift Grant, students at Maplewood and Pearl Cone will now be able to complete our technical certificate in central sterile processing on site. These students will be workforce ready upon graduation. My final example is with our Center of Workforce Development, which is now co-located with an American Job Center at our East Davidson campus, creating a one-stop workforce training center for job seekers and employers that is thriving. In July, we will launch a similar partnership at our Humphreys County campus. Through our ongoing partnership with Vanderbilt Medical Center, we have reskilled 180 Vanderbilt employees to become certified medical assistants with a 100% pass rate and a retention rate in the 90s. My favorite day of the year is commencement, and more often than not, Vice Chair Reynolds is right there with us to celebrate. Last month, we had a record number of students participating in commencement. In fact, you can see by that picture, we didn't have enough chairs on the floor for our faculty to sit. I am blessed to work with the Nashville State Dream Team that understands our job is not just to graduate more students, but to create bridges, lengthen runways, and fuel launch pads so that the people who live here can afford to stay here and that our economy remains vibrant and thriving. We are the key to unlocking opportunity. And each day I have the honor of seeing the power of our mission in action and the people that bring it to life through our fellow Falcons, my partners, and with the support of the Tennessee Board of Regents. Thank you.
Good morning. It is always a wonderful day to be able to come and talk about all the wonderful things going on in our system and at TCAT Dixon. Chancellor Tidings, Vice Chair Reynolds, and members of the board, I can't wait to tell you more about what we have going on. At our main Dixon campus, and let me grab this so I can show you photos here. At our main Dixon campus, as well as at a large expansion campus in Clarksville, the new Dixon Center of Higher Education that we are so pleased to be there with Nashville State and Dr. Jackson. In Franklin at the Columbia State campus, we have programs there, and we offer 5 programs at the Turney Center. We are experiencing tremendous growth. Five years ago, our total head count was 1,100, and this past year it was over 2,100. The majority of our growth continues to be dual enrollment, where we are very proud to have currently over 1,000 dual enrollment students. A big part of that does include the early technical college that we have in Montgomery County Schools that has been a wonderful opportunity for those students. And now I get to share some wonderful photos of the growth that we have, thanks to Governor Lee and the Tennessee General Assembly. This is our main campus in Dixon. You'll notice a new building in the back and in the front. They have the red roofs there. I'm sorry, the white roofs. Also, a closer photo there in our Dixon campus of our new front building. In addition to the Dixon campus, we have construction also occurring in Clarksville, where we are adding a new transportation building. It will house our advanced programs in automotive technology, diesel-powered equipment, and a new truck driving program that just started this past fall. Another picture there in Clarksville. At the Dixon Center of Higher Education, we began pharmacy technology last week, and next week we'll be moving 3 nursing cohorts to that building as well. It is beautiful. We're excited about that. That's a picture of our lab for our nursing class. In the past year, we have started 6 new programs. I have 5 listed. I left truck driving off, and it's one of the very best that we have. We've started off-road diesel technology, an evening welding program in Dixon, a barbering program in Clarksville, a flooring installation class, and pharmacy technology. And as I mentioned there, the truck driving program, we have had our first graduates from the Tennessee Department of Transportation as well. We have a full wait list for that program. We're very excited for the future of it as well. And in coming soon, very soon, and I skipped over, but coming soon as far as program-wise on our existing campuses, we'll be starting a computer-aided drafting program in the fall, as well as medical assisting surgical technology, the tile manufacturing operator program, and power sports technology. But we also have 2 new instructional service centers that we're adding as well in Williamson County and Houston County. Williamson County is very exciting. The 10 high schools in Williamson County have come together to open a new innovative center that will house CTE programs for a wide variety of programs. It's combining Columbia State Community College programs along with MTSU, Belmont, Tennessee Tech, and TCAT Dixon. We will be offering diesel power generation there at that site beginning in the fall, where those students are learning those hands-on skills to be successful when they graduate. In Houston County, through a grant, we will be offering our practical nursing program there in Erin. That county has no post-secondary opportunities, so this is going to just be a wonderful opportunity for those residents. The county is very excited, the leadership is excited, and we'll be starting that in September. Student success and workforce development is what we do. It's what we do every single day at the TCATs and the community colleges. We're thankful for the support that you all provide. Whether it is our graduation days, which, as Dr. Jackson said, truly are the best, to our career technical signing days, National Technical Honor Society, all the opportunities that we have for our students, it does make a difference. It makes a difference for our students. It makes a difference for our workforce. And I have to brag on one more group of students before I continue on, but this past week, at Skills USA Nationals in Atlanta, we did have a robotics team that placed a gold medal in urban search and rescue, and the opportunities that has already provided them has been great. So again, thank you. Thank you for the support that you provide and will continue to provide. And I'm going to turn this over to my friend, President Garrett.
Well, good morning, Vice Chair Reynolds, Chancellor Tidings, Regents. I'm going to hold on to this one, but you're going to have to tell me when I forget. I told you so, Nathan. Excited to be here to present just a little bit about what exciting things are happening at TCAT Nashville. The first slide is an exciting slide for us, and I think most of the folks will get a kick out of this, and everyone is wondering. That's not the slide. If Nathan knows how to use the clicker. That question has been answered. This PowerPoint slide is accessible, and we would like to thank Tennessee Board of Regents and the department for helping us. It's a little inside joke here, but there's been a lot of work on accessibility, and so I got to give a shout out to Kevin Harrison. He helped put this slide together and make this thing accessible. So, having said that, we're ready to rock and roll. So when you look at where TCAT Nashville is, we have a regional impact on everything that we do. We have fall 2025 enrollment was about 1,610 from a head count, 1,293 FTE. We have 4 campus locations. Obviously, the main campus, which is right across the street. I'd encourage everyone when you leave here, if you have not gone the long way or around our campus to the back, head that way and you'll see all the brand new buildings being built. There's a lot of construction happening. We also have a Portland campus. We also have a campus in Portland, strike that, reverse it. And then we have a Springfield campus, but we also have an aviation campus by the John C. Toon Airport. We're also extremely proud of our correctional education initiatives that we do here in Davidson County. We have work within 2 correctional institutions, Riverbend Maximum Security Prison, and then also the Deborah K. Johnson Rehabilitation Center. We are excited to be opening 2 brand new programs in the maximum security institution for men, and those are going to be industrial maintenance and residential and commercial electricity. We have 1 instructor hired, all the equipment ready to go, and so if anyone around these parts knows of a licensed electrician that would love to work for us, here's my plugs. Give them my cell phone number. And then when we talk about the Deborah K. Johnson Rehabilitation Center, we have 3 different programs operating in there. One of our areas that we've focused on the last several years are our high school partnerships. As you can see, we partner with 14 different high schools throughout all of our counties. That has really helped grow enrollment, but more than numbers from a dual enrollment perspective, it's helped grow knowledge and interest, not only from students, but from parents, from counselors, to high school instructors and principals. And so it's a big cultural shift when we talk about dual enrollment. It's not just head count and enrollment that we have. It's really that education and that early opportunity to understand that while I loved English class, you can get out in the shop, tear things apart, and learn quite a bit about geometry while we're at it. And so we're excited to be able to do that. Also, we always love to showcase what we're doing from an annual basis. And so when we look at our completion rate, we've been able to grow this completion rate at least a percentage point the last several years. And so at 89% completion rate, we're very proud of that. Placement rate of those 89 that graduate, and placement rate's very important. That's placement within the field of study. It's not just a job that they go out and grab. It's got to be within the field of study, is 91%. And licensure, the darn licensure pass rate's a sticky one. We have not been able to get it over that 99%, but it is not from lack of conversations. And so hopefully this time when we talk next time, it will be 100%. So we're very proud of that. And at the end of the day, you know, that is 100% due to committed staff, committed faculty. You know, I get to come up here and present these numbers, but you know, it's the team that makes those things really drive those numbers. Culture's a big deal on campus. We talk about it often. You know, I always say we spend a lot of time together, probably more time we do with our family. And so, you know, respect and grace is a very big theme at our campus. And so when you look over the last several years, I think a really good indicator of what we're trying to do at the college is evident in terms of where we're at the end. And so since 2024 at the SOAR Awards, we've had some winner in some category every single year. And so in 2024, Miss Lexi won the Faculty Member of the Year. 2025, we had an amazing student win Student of the Year. And as an update, she is getting ready to graduate. She went to a flight school in the state of Washington. She will graduate, I think she graduated last week as a matter of fact, and she will end up working in the mission field as she has set out to do ever since she walked through our door. So she's getting ready to do some pretty amazing things in the world. Looking forward to see what she does. Also, College of the Year in 2025, and then 2026 this year, Miss Crystal Hunter with the Staff Member of the Year. So all of what is happening and all of the great things are due to this foundational culture of excellence. A lot going on, and again, like I said, take the long way around. You'll have that song stuck in your head the rest of the day. When you leave here today, a lot of construction. I appreciate everyone for attending the ribbon cutting yesterday on our Allied Health building. It was a $28 million investment. We are going to be able to expand programs, and so we did talk about that yesterday. We'll have several different programs. One that we're really excited about is the CMA to LPN Fast Track. It's the first in the state to actually enroll students and get rocking. That is in partnership with Vanderbilt and Ascension. When we look at the new construction, it's almost $68 million. And it's going to house a lot of our existing programs. And so there will be 8 existing programs that move from the old space to the new space, but we're also adding 2 additional programs. And that will be residential and commercial electricity and industrial maintenance on the main campus. The ribbon cutting for that will be announced soon. We hope that everything will be complete by late December, and so early January will be moved in, utilizing those spaces. And so we're very excited about that. In addition to the construction going on at TCAT Nashville, we are a regional campus, and so we're very, very excited and pleased to talk about the expansion in both Portland, Tennessee and Springfield, Tennessee. We had an amazing ribbon cutting last week prior, in Portland, Tennessee. That was, it was a very nice event that we were able to have. And the top picture that you see here is the new Portland campus. And so the campus that we're in now, some of my faculty members actually learned their trade in that high school in the late 70s. And now they're going to be in a brand new facility. And this is, the building that we're in now is amazing, but it needs a lot of updates. And so that is actually going to be completely torn down and rebuilt. And so that is going to be a $49 million project in Portland. It's a 2-year time frame in terms of conclusion when we get in there. When we look at Springfield, Tennessee, right now we have 1 program in Springfield, Tennessee. It's industrial maintenance. We're building a brand new campus in Springfield, Tennessee, which is going to bring at least about 7 different programs to that county. And just our regional growth will increase our enrollment by anywhere between 300 to 450 students in a mature model when everything is built, ready to go. So the expansion that you see in Middle Tennessee with TCAT Nashville is great. Some of the neat things we've been doing, just wanted to brag on some of the things that the staff and faculty have had their mindset on. We have really had an awesome opportunity to work with the Nurses Middle College High School that opened up last year. They were funded by Bloomberg Philanthropies, and so they are 100%, it's a charter high school, 100% focused on allied health. And so we've been able to work with this high school. And this summer, as we speak, as a matter of fact, how many students are excited about summer school? As we speak, we have high school students at this middle college dual enrolled into the practical nursing program. The way this program is designed, by the time they graduate high school, they will be able to sit and pass. This is where my 100% is going to come from, this 99, pass the licensure to become a practical nurse. And so this is a really big opportunity for us to get out in the community. While we're building these big buildings, and which are required and needed, it's very important for us to get off the campus and get into the community and make sure we go to where those individuals are. And so not only we've started with practical nursing, but medical assisting and EMT will come online at this high school. And so all of those students will be able to be dual enrolled in those allied health programs. And we had a nice ceremony at that institution about a month ago to celebrate that. Also, wanted to talk real quick about the CMA to LPN. This is what happens when you ask the president to take a picture. The glare, I'm not a photographer. So it's not the greatest picture, but I still told him I did the best I could. Again, Vanderbilt Ascension is our partners. We started off with 20 individuals that are working full-time as certified medical assistants. And they come to campus two evenings a week, and then on Saturday to finish up their practical nursing. And so with the employer partners and the infrastructure we've built, we're very excited to see this bridge program. In addition to us starting that medical assisting program on campus, it will give those medical assistants another pathway, stackable credential to move up. Something that this is one of my favorite things that we've done at TCAT Nashville since I've been there. It's called the TCAT Nashville Trade Gear Initiative. And so the picture that you see here is a bunch of boxes. Within those boxes is a $500 toolkit. And so there are 8 programs that we focus on. And from a foundation standpoint, how do we support students? That's really what we try to use our foundation for everywhere we go. How do we support students? We started talking to instructors and students, and what we found out is within the first month of class is when we start seeing some students feeling uncomfortable and maybe not coming back. And one of the conversations we had with those students and faculty, and the faculty would say, well, they don't have work boots, they don't have the gloves, they don't have the PPE, they just don't have the things we need to get them into the shop. Well, if you're a student and everyone else has that and you don't, that feels a little uncomfortable, a little awkward, and it's enough to drive you away from the higher education endeavor. So with Chris Perkins' help, shout out to Chris Perkins, we've been able to raise some funds to do the Trade Gear Initiative, and every single new student since the fall term through this summer term has received a $500 gift box of tools, and the tools are completely put together by instructors. Every instructor, I said, put together an equipment list of $500 that's going to get those students into the shop and feeling comfortable. And so every single new student that we've had, which is 390 students served so far, has received this $500 toolkit. It's a gift, but it's got a clawback clause, and they've got to sign a pledge that says I'll maintain a 2.0 GPA and be in attendance 90% of the time. And then those tools are theirs to take and start that career. And when we look at every student of the 390, we have a 94% retention rate, trimester to trimester thus far. So it's a very good program that we've started, and we're hoping to keep that thing going. So what, right? All these numbers, all these facts. My pastor always ends his sermons with "so what?" How do you apply this? What does this mean, and what should we take away? Kevin Harrison and I were driving. We've got a sweet golf cart. Some of you guys saw our 1996 golf cart that we put around on yesterday. We were driving back from the construction site, which is on the very back side of campus. And as we were rolling back, we had a student in the parking lot flagging us down. I don't know how many of you have ever been flagged down by a student in the parking lot, but you normally get a little nervous. What happened? How much paperwork is this going to be? And so we roll up to this student, and of course you got a big smile on your face, and you're just, I'm hunkered down. Like, what am I getting myself into in the middle of this parking lot? And it was a young man, and he came up and he shook my hand and he said, did anyone tell you? I said, thank you. I said, sure. I don't know what you're talking about, but fill me in on what's going on. And he started talking about his story, and he was a building trade student. And this was 9:30 in the morning, and so he would have been late to class. So I was ready to, why aren't you in class? Why are you late? We need you here. And he goes into this story, and he says, when I came here, I had just got out of legal problems. I'm in recovery. I didn't think I was going to make it. You guys provided the toolkit. You provided a scholarship. And he said, I'm just coming back from my job. On his chest, like Superman. And so this young man is a trim carpenter and a cabinet builder now, making more money than he's ever thought about making. Fist bump, way to go. That's the so what of what we do every single day. Having said that, there's one more opportunity I want to take. Nashville State's been excellent partners for us. They've put up with a lot. So we have put together just a little something for Nashville State to be able to take a look at. Dr. Jackson, I'd love to be able to present you a little gift. I say I did this, my faculty members would boo and say, we did this. So please accept this gift on behalf of TCAT Nashville for dealing with all of our nonsense. And thank you for your time today, guys.
Are reflective of your leadership and your personalities, the personalities of your colleges. Nathan has made me cry, and you probably are too. But just what remarkable jobs at these three campuses. It's a pleasure to know you all and to work with you all. So, and most of all, thank you for hosting us. I always say jokingly, but seriously at the same time, you're glad to see us get here, and you're even more glad to see us go. So we will start here momentarily and make this all official. But in the meantime, to Dr. Jackson, Dr. Travis, Dr. Garrett, and these incredible teams at these three colleges, thank you all once again. All right, are we ready? Let's make it official and gavel ourselves in for the quarterly meeting of the Tennessee Board of Regents, and once again extending our gratitude to Nashville State, TCAT Dixon, TCAT Nashville for being such gracious hosts yesterday and today. Everything has just been perfect. Before we move into the agenda, let me remind all of us, of course, that this meeting is being live streamed and will be archived. But I want to share yet another point of pride in our system. I learned recently from Tyler Sloan in the governor's office that we have who we believe to be our very first TBR student accepted into an internship program in the governor's office. Her name is Ava Duke. She is a student at Columbia State Community College. And Ava will be working directly with Tyler on the boards and commissions team, and he reports already that she's off to a tremendous start. I had a chance yesterday to catch up with Dr. Smith. She reports Ava, of course, is an outstanding student, looking to continue her degree after this next year at Columbia State. She is the incoming SGA president. Brian, she thinks she wants to pursue a career in the law. And I am hopeful to be able to spend a little time with her as the summer goes by. She has an interest in politics and public service, so I'm excited to meet her. But that's a real credit to our system, certainly to Ava's many accomplishments, and once again, to the way we mold students and character at Columbia State Community College. So to Ava, congratulations and keep us posted. Thank you. I also want to quickly mention, and Dr. Jackson, we haven't had a chance to catch up with her, perhaps others have, but Joe Williams, your Vice President of Academic Affairs, I noticed in the Business Journal yesterday, has been accepted into Leadership Nashville, and that is no small accomplishment, so well done. She'll have a great year. Thank you. Unless anyone has any further announcements, let's make it official. Dr. Perry, please call the roll.
Governor Lee, Regent Bradshaw,
Here.
Regent Branscombe,
Here.
Regent Burdine,
Here.
Regent Davis,
Here.
Regent Gentile,
Here.
Regent George,
Here.
Regent Harrell, Regent Harriman,
Here.
Commissioner Holt, Regent Kastner,
Here.
Regent Emily Reynolds,
Here.
Commissioner Reynolds, Regent Richardson,
Here.
Regent Spurgeon,
Here.
Regent Stevenson, Regent Tumlin,
Here.
Regent White.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you very much. Our first item of business are the minutes from our March 4 quarterly board meeting and then the special board meeting we held on April 30 to hire 2 new presidents. Does anyone have any changes or corrections to those minutes? Hearing none, we may approve these by unanimous consent since they are routine in nature and non-controversial. But if there are any objections, we can certainly have a roll call vote. Hearing no objections, these minutes will be ratified and confirmed. The minutes are adopted. Thank you all. Our second is the report on interim action. Chancellor, what do you have to tell us?
Thank you, Madam Chair. And the interim action report was included in the materials made available to all board members prior to our meeting today. This report constitutes a record of business transacted by the Office of the Chancellor since the previous quarterly meeting of the board. And Madam Chair, pending any questions, I recommend the board's approval of the report of interim action.
Any questions for Chancellor on the interim action report? Well, hearing none, once again, this is a routine item, non-controversial in nature. I would propose we adopt it by unanimous consent, but if there's a preference or an objection, you'd rather have a roll call vote, please let me know. Hearing none, let's consider the report on interim action adopted by unanimous consent. We return now to our committee reports, the good work from yesterday. We're going to take 3 reports first. And we'll entertain a motion to approve. Finance, personnel, and audit will require their own roll call vote. But with that, Regent Spurgeon, could you offer the report for academic policies?
I sure can. Thank you, Vice Chair Reynolds. The Academic Policies and Programs and Student Life Committee met in public session yesterday to review the following items. Consent agenda, which included a proposed TBR policy 6.04.01.00, that's accommodations for pregnant students, in a proposed new AAS program in neurodiagnostic technology at Chattanooga State Community College, and the accreditation summary report and overview for 2024-2025. Madam Chair, this concludes my report of the June 11th, 2026 meeting of the Committee on Academic Policies and Programs and Student Life as presented.
Thank you, sir. We will move next to External Affairs. Chairman Kastner.
Thank you. The External Affairs Committee met in a public session yesterday to review reporting on the following items. Number 1, the TBR System Office website project. Second, the ceramic tile workforce development marketing. And third, the legislative update. Madam Chair, this concludes my report of the June 11th meeting of the Committee on External Affairs.
Thank you, sir. And finally, to Chairman George for Workforce Development.
Thank you, Madam Vice Chair. The Workforce Development Committee met in public session yesterday to review reporting of the following items. TBR support of 10 Works, 2526 THEC reporting cycle, the T-Dot Workforce Development Partnership, and an update on the Ford Blue Oval City. Madam Chair, this concludes my report of the June 11th, 2026 Workforce Development Committee.
Thank you, sir, and thanks to all 3 of you for well-run meetings. Any comments or questions on these 3 committee reports? If not, we may we can do this with a roll call vote, but I will need a motion to approve these three, a voice vote. I will need a motion to approve these three reports, please.
So moved.
Regent White, thank you very much. And a second?
Second.
Thank you very much. Regent Richardson, thank you. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of approving these three committee reports, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. And now to the most efficient, Tom White, Chairman of the Finance and Business Committee.
All right, we'll run through this quickly. But this is a report of yesterday's Finance and Business Operations Committee meeting that includes the consent agenda, which included revisions to 6 policies and 1 new policy regarding the use of out-of-state tuition, tuition and fee recommendations for the 26-27 fiscal year, funding for operations for the 26-27 fiscal year, and the capital budget request for the 27-28 fiscal year. In its report, the committee recommends approval of reducing the online course fee from $25 to $17 per credit hour as a 3-year phase-out, along with new or revised program fees at Dyersburg State, Northeast State, and Roane State. The committee also recommends a combined increase in tuition and mandatory fees, and these are fees assessed to all enrolled students at a college, excluding course-specific fees, of 3.64% at TCATS and an average of 3.65% at the community colleges to help fund some, but not all, of the operating cost increases. In addition, the committee recommends approval of the operating budgets for the community colleges, TCATS, and the system office, totaling $1.6 billion for fiscal year 26-27 proposed, and $1.7 billion for fiscal year 25-26 estimated. The recommended budgets are based on the level of state funds recommended in the governor's budget and passed by the General Assembly, as well as early estimates of factors such as enrollment and availability of federal funds. The full effect of any enrollment and state appropriation changes will be included in the October revised budget. In addition, the committee considered and approved LGI budgets under the board's policy on consideration of university budgets. You will recall this policy was developed to guide the board's consideration of university budgets under the Focus Act. Within its report, the committee recommends approval of the LGI budgets as required by this board policy. Also, recommended capital budgets for the TBR system for the 27-28 fiscal year were provided for the committee. As committee chair, I move the board approve the reports of the June 11, 2026 meeting of the Committee on Finance and Business Operations, which includes the tuition and fee recommendations for fiscal years 26-27, the operating budgets for fiscal years 25-26 and 26-27, and capital budget requests for fiscal year 27-28.
Thank you, sir. We have a motion from the committee chair. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Regent George, thank you very much. Any further discussion? Hearing none, thanks again. That was a lot of work in advance and yesterday. And with that, Secretary Perry, would you call the roll?
Regent Bradshaw.
Aye.
Regent Branscombe. Regent Burdine.
Aye.
Regent Davis.
Aye.
Regent George.
Aye.
Regent Harriman.
Aye.
Regent Kastner.
Aye.
Regent Reynolds. Regent Richardson.
Aye.
Regent Spurgeon.
Aye.
Regent White.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you very much. And doing double duty yesterday, I'll turn it back to Acting Chairman White for the Personnel Committee.
All right. Thank you, Madam Chair. The Personnel and Compensation Committee met in a special called meeting on May 27th and in regular session yesterday to review and recommend approval of the following items: system-wide compensation strategies, President Emeriti contracts, faculty emeriti, tenure and promotion recommendations for the community colleges and TCATS, faculty promotional increases, amended compensation plans for Nashville State, Roane State, and Southwest, locally funded salary adjustments, and executive incentive plans. As committee chair, or I guess as acting committee chair, I move the board approve the report of the May 27, 2026 and June 11, 2026 meetings of the Committee on Personnel and Compensation as presented.
Thank you. We have a motion from the committee. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Regent Burdine, and again for your participation yesterday with Regent White as well. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Mariah, let's make it official.
Regent Bradshaw,
Aye.
Regent Branscombe,
Aye.
Regent Burdine,
Aye.
Regent Davis,
Aye.
Regent George,
Aye.
Regent Harriman,
Aye.
Regent Kastner,
Aye.
Regent Reynolds,
Aye.
Regent Richardson,
Aye.
Regent Spurgeon,
Aye.
Regent White.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you very much. Before I call on Regent Burdine, let me just say one thing. There's a Dennis the Menace in every group, and we have found ours. This butterfly came flying up out of my papers while President Travis was attempting to speak. And I don't know if you heard the audible gasp from me as this thing, but I understand you're the culprit.
I think it was Kyle. What?
No, I'm not. No.
I'm busted.
Marines don't lie well.
Actually, my granddaughter gave that to me last night, so
Thank
I
you
told her
for
I was going to do
sharing.
that to you.
Thanks for sharing so much. With that, would you give us the report of the audit committee?
Yes, ma'am. The audit committee met in regular session on 27 May 2026 to review and recommend approval as applicable for the following items: finding and recommendation logs, miscellaneous external reviews, federal audits and internal audit reports, system-wide internal audit updates, university updates, fiscal year 2026 internal audit plan revisions, review of internal audit charters, review of the system-wide internal audit fiscal year 27 budget, and review of revisions to the TBR internal audit policy 04.01.05.00. Madam Chair, this concludes my report on the 27 May 2026 Audit Committee meeting. As committee chair, I move that the board approve the report of the 27 May 2026 meeting of the Audit Committee as presented.
Thank you, sir. We have a motion to approve the audit committee report. May we have a second?
Second.
Thank you all very much. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Roll call vote.
Regent Bradshaw,
Aye.
Regent Branscombe,
Aye.
Regent Burdine,
Aye.
Regent Davis,
Aye.
Regent George,
Aye.
Regent Harriman,
Aye.
Regent Kastner,
Aye.
Regent Reynolds,
Aye.
Regent Richardson,
Aye.
Regent Spurgeon,
Aye.
Regent White.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you very much. Thank you all. Regent Kastner, you're back up. We have a Regents Award presentation.
Thank you, Vice Chair Reynolds. The Tennessee Board of Regents Award for Excellence in Philanthropy is a unique designation. Since 2003, TBR has been honoring the dedicated philanthropists and corporate partners who graciously donate their time and finances to TBR institutions through its Excellence in Philanthropy Awards. Today, we will acknowledge the award recipient from the presentation that was made on November 18th, 2025. The 21st Century Educational Foundation accepted the 2025 Regents Award for Excellence in Philanthropy as nominated by Nashville State Community College. The award was presented by Regent Deanne DeWitt during a ceremony held on November 18th, 2025. This nomination and award is reflective of the 21st Century Educational Foundation's steadfast commitment to higher education in Humphreys County. The foundation's support of Nashville State dates back to 1999, when the Humphreys County Center for Higher Ed became the new home of Nashville State, thanks to visionary collaboration among the college, foundation, local government, and industry leaders. Together, they addressed critical workforce needs and created pathways for students to thrive. One of the most impactful outcomes was the Industrial Process Control Technology Program, which equips students with the skills to secure high-demand technical positions in the chemical processing sector. Since 2007, the foundation has invested more than $250,000 in scholarships, transforming the futures of over 400 students. These scholarships are not just financial aid, they are lifelines. They remove barriers, instill confidence, and empower students to persist and to succeed. Their support even extends to high school students through dual enrollment, ensuring that opportunities for higher education begin early. When tragedy struck in 2021 and a catastrophic flood devastated Humphreys County, the foundation stepped in without hesitation. With urgency and compassion, they provided $10,000 in direct aid, ensuring students had access to basic necessities and could continue their education despite overwhelming challenges. Further demonstrating their vision, the foundation launched the Funding Our Future Scholarship in 2021. This program fills a critical gap for students who do not qualify for Tennessee Promise or Tennessee Reconnect, ensuring that no one is left behind. By removing financial barriers, they make higher education accessible to all who aspire to achieve. On behalf of the Tennessee Board of Regents, we are proud to recognize the 21st Century Educational Foundation with the highest honor of excellence in philanthropy. For additional comments, please welcome Nashville State Community College President, Dr. Shauna Jackson.
Thank you again for selecting the 21st Century Educational Foundation for the 2025 Regents Award in Excellence in Philanthropy. Many of the things that you just heard the Regents say, I just have to restate them. Their commitment to increasing education began in the 90s when the foundation successfully raised funds for the construction of the Humphreys County Center for Higher Education, which they later deeded to the county, also helped with an expansion, and it later became the home of Nashville State's Humphrey County campus. They've just been a catalyst for student success and really a partner with Nashville State. And again, over $250,000 in scholarships impacting more than 400 students. In 2021, when that catastrophic flood, it just devastated Humphreys County. Our campus actually took water as well. So we were another year of being virtual. They just swiftly stepped in. And they proved once again their deep commitment to success because it was very much with urgency that they provided $10,000 in direct aid to ensure that Nashville State students had access to basic necessities as they faced that overwhelming task to rebuild their lives. And in 2023, they launched the Funding Our Future Scholarship, which is filling the gap for those students who do not qualify for Tennessee Promise or Reconnect. And I just have to say that they are more than just financial assistance and funding. They're partners with the college, and we are truly grateful. Because of what they do, they help create a lifeline for our students. They remove obstacles. They instill confidence, and they empower our students to persist, achieve, and build a brighter future, turning dreams into reality. So we're grateful not just for the funding, but for the partnership they provide and the relationship that we've had over the years. So thank you again for selecting the 21st Century Educational Foundation for the Regents Award in Excellency in Philanthropy. Thank you.
Thank you, President Jackson. Vice Chancellor, this concludes our Excellence in Philanthropy report. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That's a good one. Thank you very much. And folks like these make a big difference in these communities. And Humphreys County really went through it about 5 years ago, as you all said. So tough times. But that's when we see the spirit in all of these communities really come alive. So thank you again. With that, Chancellor, it is time for your report, and I know you'll certainly want to encourage dialogue and questions along the way.
Absolutely. And before I get started on the official report, the first thing I'd like to do is to welcome Tim Smith to our group today as our new president of TCAT Oneida. Tim, if you would please stand. Tim will start his official duties on June 16th, and as you all know, he's been at the college working as a vice president, so we're so excited to have him. And I do have to say, I don't think we have ever conducted a search where there was such an unanimous agreement for Tim to be the next president of this college, and so we're so looking forward to his leadership there. As you know, Dwight Murphy is retiring as of June 15th, and I understand there was a great celebration in the community for Dwight, and many of those pictures are posted on the website for people to see, but we're going to miss Dwight. He's done an incredible job. He will be with us in September so that we can officially recognize his retirement. Also, as you're aware, the board on April 30th appointed the new president at Cleveland State, Dr. John Davis. Dr. Davis could not be with us today because he is finishing up his duties at his current position. That he will start with us on June 30th, and there will be a reception in his honor on July 9th at the college, and details will be sent to each of you as we get closer to that date. I would also like to thank Dr. Ray Brooks, who has done his double duty as interim president at Cleveland State, coming back to do that for the second time for us. And we're truly grateful for his steadfast guidance and dedication and leadership at the college there. So, Madam Chair, leaning into the 2026-27 Fellows, last year we formally launched the Chancellor's Fellowship as a cornerstone initiative of the Maxine Smith Leadership Series. We broadened and branched out on what the Maxine Smith Leadership had always been before and added many new avenues to this. Since that time, our inaugural cohort has completed a meaningful year of learning, reflection, and leadership development across the system. Today, I am very pleased to introduce the second cohort of the Chancellor's Fellowship for 26-27. This group is designed to cultivate leadership among talented professionals across our community colleges and TCATs while strengthening the pipeline of future leaders for the college system of Tennessee. The program remains a very important part of the Maxine Smith Leadership Series, which honors the longtime legacy of Maxine Smith, the former board member, educator, and tireless advocate for opportunity. The new cohort includes 12 participants representing 8 community colleges and 4 TCATs, with roles spanning across academics, student services, and administrative functions. They'll begin their journey with an orientation session, which they had yesterday, and will continue with monthly sessions throughout the year. Would the cohort group please stand and let us again acknowledge you and thank you for your participation in this. Our system also continues to expand and modernize campuses. As you've been hearing for weeks, months, and years now, this expansion that's going on, all of this in relationship to the $1.5 billion investment led by Governor Lee and the General Assembly. With this unprecedented funding, the largest investment in our technical college's state history, we moved quickly to design and construct new and renovated facilities while remaining flexible for future growth. Thank you to those who have joined us at our recent ribbon cuttings, including TCAT Knoxville and Union County. That was in December. Chattanooga State Ray County campus in February. Jackson State Administration Building in February. TCAT Crump Parsons campus in April. TCAT Oneida in May. TCAT Nashville, the Allied Health Building, as you all know, yesterday. We also broke ground on 3 new buildings at TCAT Nashville's Portland campus on May 28th. With more ribbon cuttings planned during the summer, TCAT McMinnville will be in Manchester July 10th, TCAT Harriman August 3rd, our Southern Regional Technology Center in Columbia on August 21st. Now, I understand we've got a really exciting evening show connected to this one, so don't miss any of them, but pay special attention to that one. And TCAT Hartsville August 29th, TCAT Pulaski September 23rd. And these events and ceremonies will continue to update you on their times and locations. Also, 2 of the highlights of the year for many of our students are the annual Skills USA State and National competitions. You've heard several of our presidents mention that over the last 2 days. For our newest members, Skills is a nationwide nonprofit organization for career and technical education students with chapters at most all of our colleges. It has a strong emphasis on leadership development, communication, and workplace skills. Every year, the state-level Skills USA Conference and competitions are held in Chattanooga. This year's conference was held March 15th through the 18th, and it brought together more than 2,000 high school students and more than 1,000 college students competing in skills at the industry advisory level. We had sponsors from across the state to compete and to grow at the next generation of our skilled professions that are in high demand. In the college division, the event included 110 skills contestants for students across a wide range of opportunities. The top institutions by medals awarded were Chattanooga State Community College with 42 medals, Pellissippi State 41, TCAT Chattanooga 32, TCAT Morristown 20, TCAT Knoxville 16, Northeast State Community College 15. And so you can see that Chattanooga State and TCAT Chattanooga knocked it out of the ballpark with over 80 total for that group. Every year in the state, the gold medal winners advance to Skills National Competition, which was held in Atlanta. This year's nationals were held June 1st through the 5th. The results were just in, and I'm very pleased to tell you that we earned 63 national medals. Our students earned 23 gold, 23 silver, and 17 bronze at the national level. Tennessee is the largest medal-winning state in the country. And it's to be proud of. And then one very particular point of pride, the Models of Excellence program, which is Skills USA highest chapter recognition and is awarded to only 3 chapters across both secondary and post-secondary each year, was awarded this year to TCAT Pulaski. Would Dr. White please stand and let us give you a huge round of applause. That is a huge hallmark for him to bring back to the state of Tennessee, and we are so proud of the work that they are all doing. And thanks to all of the colleges that participated, to the students that participated in this, and for so many of them, what we hear every year is the life-changing circumstances that they have while they are at these events. For many of our students, they've never traveled outside the state of Tennessee, and to go and compete in Atlanta and to be competitive at the level that we are says a lot about the training and the support that the faculty provide, as well as our presidents. And Cliff Whiteman, Cliff, you need to stand up and be recognized. Cliff went over, not only did he attend for his students, but he broke down and put up part of the event as it was being held. So thanks to Cliff for all you do. All right, and for the next part of my report,
As Chancellor makes her way to the podium for this next set of awards, I want to mention a conversation I had last night with the one and only Wendy Tostenson from Volunteer State. Our softball team, the women's softball team at Volunteer State, went to the World Series this year, and I think we're about to talk about some of this. And Dr. Tostenson, of course, has worked closely with these young women and become very close to a number of them. She's a great president with a big personality. And she said she was so touched by the fact that after one of her conversations with the young women, she found them, with their phones Googling something. And she said, "What are you guys up to?" And they were Googling how to become a college president. What an example is she setting for these young women. So with that, Chancellor, pick it up from there.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And the reason I came to the podium for this again, to talk about the great results that we've had in athletics this year. You're going to hear more about that from Chris Perkins later in the year. But what I wanted to do was to honor those that actually received outstanding recognition. And I'm going to start with the Walter State Community College women's basketball team. They had an outstanding 25-26 season, finishing 28-3 and competing with exceptional determination throughout the year. The team went from a perfect 2-0 in conference play to capture the TCCAA regular season championship, and then went on to secure the 21st TCCAA Region 7 tournament title. Advancing to the national stage, Walter State reached the Elite Eight of the NJCAA Division I Women's Basketball National Championship. We are so proud of this team. Give them a huge round of applause. Walter State Community College men's basketball team had an outstanding season as well, finishing 32-2 and achieving both the most wins and highest winning percentage in program history. The team captured the TCCAA Regional Season Championship with a 19-1 conference record and went on to the Region 7 tournament title. Advancing to the national stage, Walter State reached the Elite Eight of the NJCAA men's basketball tournament, making the program's first appearance at that level since the tournament expanded to 24 teams. Give them a huge round of applause, please. Also at Walter State, the community college baseball team had an outstanding season, finishing 53-13, continuing their tradition of excellence that they've held for quite some time. The team captured the TCCAA Region 7 Tournament Championship with a remarkable comeback and earned the Appalachian District title by sweeping Georgia Highlands College to advance to the NJCAA Division I World Series for the 13th time in program history. Competing on the national stage, Walter State built on a historic season that saw 7 program records broken, while its sophomore class compiled an impressive 112-21-1 record over 2 years with multiple championships and World Series success. We congratulate the student athletes, coaching staff, athletic director Derek Creech, Assistant Athletic Director Avery Swinson, and President Saul Reyes for representing the system with excellence. And we know that sports at Walter State is going to continue to be at the highest level possible. I would like to ask all of them to come to the podium now for a special presentation. So proud of this. Oh, didn't get in the light. And now for one more, the Volunteer State Community College softball team's outstanding season, finishing 51-16 and earning a return to the NJCAA Division I Softball World Series for the first time since 2011. The team captured its first ever regular season championship with a program best of 27-3 conference record and also claimed its second TCCAA Regional 7 tournament title. Entering the national tournament as the number 12 seed, Volunteer State competed strongly against top-ranked opponents. We congratulate the student athletes, coaching staff, athletic director Bobby Hudson, assistant athletic director Justin McKinney, and President Wendy Tosteson for representing the system with excellence and style every day she was there. Would they all please come to the front? And Madam Chair, that completes my report.
As you make your way back, and most importantly, I think the message from all of us to these outstanding institutions is share with your student athletes our profound gratitude for their many successes in life. But boy, this is now putting our athletic programs on the map. Walter State has a great history in baseball, of course, but to see the growth in these programs and the interest, and with Chris's leadership and the leadership at our campuses, to our student athletes, one more big round of applause and appreciation. Very exciting. Chancellor, let's pause for just a moment and see, does anyone have any other questions, comments of the Chancellor before we officially close her report at this point? Anything else that's been on your mind? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the right time to jump in on this, but it's actually going back to the presentations that we heard earlier today by the presidents, and this is a kudos to the system. One of my favorite things to do is to text presidents when they formulate partnerships together. It's a part of our strategic plan, as you're aware, of alignment and helping students navigate through the process together through all the wonderful institutions that we've had. It was a thumbnail photo up there, but I want to give kudos to President Travis for having a partnership with Austin Peay State University that was announced just a couple months ago for an LPN to BSN pathway, which is fantastic. We've seen it in a couple other places across Tennessee, but I loved that that's happening. And then also at Tennessee State University, Nashville State formulating a partnership between President Jackson and President Tucker. It's been a long time coming. I know Nashville State's been trying to do that for a long time, but I just want to thank them for those collaborations and partnerships.
Thank you for saying that, Dr. Gentile. Your perspective is always helpful to us, so thank you. Anybody else?
It's also happening in East Tennessee State University. Same type of thing. So we're seeing it up there as well.
That's great. All right, well done. Thank you. We do not have any unfinished business to come before the board at this time, so let's move on to new business and our action items. And we have before us a consent agenda that we were briefed on, of course, at our May 27 committee chairs meeting. 10 policies, 8 of which are revisions to current policy, 2 are new. I will not attempt to read all of these numbers attached to them or the topics, but again, you all have had time to review and pose questions on these. But are there any questions for either our General Counsel Lapse or Vice Chancellor Reed at this time? Hearing none, may we have a motion to approve both new policies and revisions? Thank you, Regent Harriman, and a second.
Second.
Thank you very much. I think that was Burdine and White kind of simultaneously. Thank you. All right. Any further discussion? We may also approve these by a voice vote. Hearing no further discussion or questions, all in favor of approving the consent agenda with the policies, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you so much. And I see Commissioner Holt coming in to join us. Welcome. It's good to see you. Thank you. We have 3 naming requests for us today. Each will need to be considered individually. Chancellor Tidings, you're back up.
Yes, well, thank you, Madam Chair. I bring before you today a request from Rome State Community College to name the property that houses the Tamke Allen Observatory the Schwindler Outdoor Center in accordance with TBR policy 4.020501. This recommendation comes from the college's building naming committee, which met on January the 12th and unanimously approved the request. The naming recognizes the generous donation of the property by the Schwindler family, which made the Tamke Allen Observatory possible and has supported educational and community use for more than 30 years. This request meets board policy criteria in several ways. First, Dr. Harold and Mrs. Franny Schwindler made significant contributions to education and science through their donation of the hilltop property that now serves as the site of the observatory. This gift created a unique space for astronomy education, research, and public engagement. Second, they were individuals of recognized accomplishment and character, known for their knowledge, generosity, and commitment to advancing scientific understanding and public access to learning. And finally, the Schwindlers' direct connection to the property and their foundational role in the development creates a meaningful and appropriate association with the space being named. The site continues to serve students, faculty, and the broader community as a distinctive educational resource. And Madam Chair, at this time, I would like to ask President Whaley to make any additional remarks that he might have.
Good morning. Thank you, Madam Vice Chair, Chancellor, members of the board. As the Chancellor indicated, Dr. Howe and Franny Schweinler were dear, dear friends to Run State Community College. Dr. Schweinler came to Oak Ridge, as a lot of scientists did at the beginning of the Manhattan Project. He was a world-renowned researcher and also faculty member at the University of Tennessee in the area of health physics. And he and Franny built a home on about 22 acres on a high hilltop overlooking Caney Creek in Roane County. After Dr. Schweinler passed and as Franny began to downsize, she very generously donated that piece of property to Roane State Community College with her stated hope that we would utilize it to benefit all aspects of science education. So that donation happened between 1993 and 94. We constructed our observatory on that property between 1996 and 1997 and have hosted various groups, our own biology classes, area biology campers, area middle schoolers to the property because of the wide variety of nature fauna and flora that you can see on that wonderful, wonderful piece of property. What we have never done, I regret to say, is name the entire acreage for the folks who very generously donated it. And this is our request to correct that oversight and to honor this dear family for even the possibility for us to have this wonderful piece of property. So I do appreciate the consideration of this.
So, Madam Chair, I respectfully request that you approve to name the property the Schweinler Outdoor Center.
What a great story. Thank you for bringing this one to us. Any further comments or questions for either Chancellor or Dr. Whaley? Hearing none, we will need a motion to approve the naming of the Schweinler Outdoor Center. I'm looking at our East Tennessee regents here.
So moved.
Thank you. And a second, Regent Branscombe and Regent Bradshaw. Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing none, this may also be a voice vote. All in favor of approving this tremendous tribute on behalf of Roane State Community College, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you very much. Thanks, Dr. Whaley. Chancellor?
Again, Madam Chair, on behalf of Roane State Community College, we are asking to name the courtyard at the new Knox Regional Health Science Education Center the Natalie Haslam Courtyard in accordance with TBR policy. This recommendation comes from the college's building naming committee, which met on May 4th and approved the request unanimously. The naming is associated with a $1.6 million gift from the Haslam family, supporting student scholarship and institutional priorities at Roane State. This request meets board policy criteria in that first, Natalie Haslam made a significant contribution to education, the arts, and community services across East Tennessee. She held leadership roles in numerous organizations, including the Knoxville Symphony Society, the Tennessee Arts Commission, and the East Tennessee Foundation, reflecting a lifelong commitment to public service and human betterment. Second, she was a person of recognized accomplishment and impeccable character, meeting all eligibility standards under board policy. And finally, the Haslam family's strong philanthropic support of education and their direct investment in this facility create a meaningful and appropriate association with the space being named. And again, I would like to call on President Whaley to give us further remarks.
Thank you again. The wonderful facility that you helped us cut the ribbon on when we were all together in September. In fact, the courtyard we were in when we cut that ribbon is the area that we are talking about. A facility that we're so pleased to share with our dear partners, TCAT Knoxville. There are many of us in this room who have benefited from the generosity of the Haslam family, and they are known for helping entities and individuals get over the finish line for fundraising, and that's exactly what they helped Roane State do. In fact, it was a combined gift between Mr. and Mrs. Haslam, Jim and Natalie, Governor Bill and Mrs. Chrissy Haslam, as well as Ann Haslam Bailey and her husband Steve, who helped us get over the finish line As you know, we tragically lost Mrs. Natalie Haslam, in January. And so the family got together and they thought it would be a perfect way to make a tribute to her memory, since Mrs. Natalie Haslam has such a love for outdoor spaces, for plants, for gardens, for flowers. And so we are just delighted to submit this for your consideration on her behalf, to have that beautiful outdoor space named in honor of Mrs. Natalie Haslam.
So, Madam Chair, I ask for you and the board's approval of this naming.
Well, as so many people in this room know, Natalie Haslam was one of the most graceful, gracious, welcoming, and dignified human beings one could ever hope to meet. So my hope is the board concurs that this is a tremendous honor for us to have her name be on one of our buildings. With that, we'll call for a motion to approve. I'm looking back once again.
She was a gift of a human being. And so definitely move to approve.
Thank you, Regent Branscombe. Regent Bradshaw, thank you very much. Any discussion? We may also take care of this important matter with a roll call vote. All in favor of supporting the Natalie Haslam Courtyard with this naming request, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Whaley. Chancellor?
Madam Chair, one more. I bring again before you the request to name TCAT Morristown's new building at the Greene County campus the Phil and Martha Bachman Center. This recommendation comes from the Campus Naming Committee, which was charged with evaluating the request and supporting materials. The committee reviewed the proposal and recommended approval of the naming. The naming is associated with the transformational philanthropic support of the Bachman family, which will expand access to workforce education and strengthen student opportunity across the region. This request meets board criteria in that first, Phil and Martha Bachman made significant contributions to the community, workforce development, and educational opportunity. Through leadership in the automotive industry and their philanthropic efforts, they supported economic growth and invested in initiatives that promote student success and access to education. Secondly, they were individuals of recognized accomplishment and character, known for their integrity, their humility, and their lifelong commitment to service. Their legacy reflects a deep belief in giving back and creating meaningful opportunities for others. And finally, the Bachman family's strong connection to the region and their direct investment in the Greene County campus create a meaningful and appropriate association with the facility being named. This building will stand as a lasting symbol of opportunity, workforce development, and community impact tied to their legacy. At this time, I would like to ask President Cox to make any additional comments regarding this naming.
Good morning, everyone. Madam Chair Reynolds, Chancellor Tidings, and members of the board, thank you for the opportunity to just share a few remarks about Phil and Martha Bachman. I'm pleased to support this naming recommendation to name our Greene County campus the Phil and Martha Bachman Center. Phil and Martha Bachman, as Chancellor Tidings said so very well, were highly respected members of the Greene County community in Northeast Tennessee. They had a deep commitment to service, pull this down a little, to service and leadership and community advancement. Through decades of business leadership, civic engagement, and dedication to the region, they helped strengthen opportunities for countless students and families in their community. This naming recommendation recognizes the lasting impact that they had on not only their community, but also they were known for their integrity and their stewardship throughout the region. The proposed name reflects the significance of their contributions of the Phil and Martha Bachman that they made throughout their lifetime, their enduring influence, and their example of service to the people of Greene County and Northeast Tennessee. So on behalf of TCAT Morristown, our students, our staff, and our faculty, and our community partners, we are pleased to support this naming recommendation and respectfully ask for your approval.
Madam Chair and Board, I ask for request the approval to name this facility the Phil and Martha Bachman Center.
Thanks to you both for a good recommendation. I'm looking at Regent Burdine.
So moved. I did want to make a comment. I spoke with Don Royston yesterday. Suzanne, and you know him. I think you know him pretty well. And he's one of our lifetime members, past board chair. He's also the Santa on the Santa train for the past 24 years. But he asked me to pass on that this is just the beginning. There's a lot more to come, and I think you're aware of it, Suzanne. So
Yes, sir.
so move for approval.
Thank you, sir. We have a motion to approve and a second, please.
Second.
Thank you, Regent Richardson. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, let's name this building the Phil and Martha Bachman Center at the TCAT Morristown. All, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you very much. Motion passes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good to see you, Dr. Cox. Thank you. Let me make one mention, thanks to Regent Spurgeon, of another accomplishment before I move into our next agenda item. And that is, I mentioned Leadership Nashville and our VP of Academic Affairs here who was selected. Dr. Jaqueen Rainey from our TCAT at Jackson was selected for Leadership Tennessee for this coming year. So congratulations to you as well. That's great. That is great. Well done. You will very much enjoy that program. That'll be fun. So you guys, this is always that bittersweet time where we recognize those whose terms of service are expiring. But we know that so many regents, just like Joey Hatch yesterday, who leave us, remain part of this extended family, and we have the privilege to remain involved with him. And we certainly hope that's the case as we offer this resolution of appreciation for our student regent, McKenna Davis. And with that, I'd like to call on Regent Richardson to offer the resolution, please.
Resolution of appreciation for the service of Ms. McKenna Davis as student regent for the Tennessee Board of Regents. Whereas the Tennessee Board of Regents wishes to express its sincere appreciation to Ms. McKenna Davis for her dedicated and valuable service as student regent. And whereas Ms. Davis was appointed by Governor Bill Lee to serve as student regent for the 25-26 academic year. And whereas she was a diligent student and a leader at Tennessee College of Applied Technology, Upper Cumberland, and where she earned her diploma in cosmetology graduating in August 2025. And whereas in her role as student regent, she represented the interests, concerns, and voices of more than 140,000 students across the college system of Tennessee. While persevering as a student herself, she took her representative role seriously, advocating on behalf of her fellow students' needs. And whereas she has used her experiences and unique perspective to devote her time and effort as a member of the Academic Policies and Programs and Student Life Committee. And whereas during her tenure with the board, Ms. Davis has fulfilled her responsibilities through active and eager participation in board deliberations and contributed greatly to the governance of the system. And whereas she faithfully dedicated herself to the community and technical college system by serving on the Presidential Search Advisory Committee for TCAT Oneida Huntsville. And whereas Ms. Davis is an individual of high integrity and wisdom with a sincere interest in the welfare of the college system of Tennessee and the Tennessee higher education. Whereas she has demonstrated remarkable entrepreneurial spirit and determination through the opening of her own salon, reflecting the innovation, professional, and workforce readiness fostered through Tennessee Colleges of Applied Technology. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Tennessee Board of Regents expresses its sincere appreciation to Ms. McKenna Davis for her dedication and many contributions to the board and its institutions, and wishes her the best in all future endeavors.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
Thank you. Would you offer that as a motion, Regent Richardson, to approve?
So moved.
Thank you so much. May we have a second? Second. Thank you, Regent Bradshaw. Any discussion? Chancellor?
I do just want to jump in and say what a pleasure it has been to work with you, McKenna. You have just been such a breath of fresh air and just always so pleasant and happy to talk to. Every time we call you, we know that we're going to have somebody smiling on the other end. So thank you for all you've done, and we look forward to continue to watch your great career. We know you're going to be highly successful.
Thank you so much.
I've actually wrote up a little speech I'd like to say.
May
As a
we,
comment.
no, hold that thought for one moment. Let's make it official, okay? So all in favor of approving this resolution of appreciation for our student regent, McKenna Davis, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, indeed. Now, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. It has been an honor to serve as TBR student regent. Serving on the board has been an incredible experience, and it has been a privilege to represent the students of our colleges and TCATs. I'm grateful for the opportunity to contribute to the decisions impact the future of our institutions. I'm also honored to have had the privilege of serving on the TCAT Oneida Huntsville Presidential Search Committee. Having the opportunity to be a part of something such an important process and gain a deeper understanding of how these decisions are made was truly astounding. It was inspiring to see a complex, multi-step process carried out with such care and diligence, ultimately leading to a successful presidential appointment. I appreciate the support, mentorship, and collaboration of my fellow board members, as well as the faculty, staff, and students I've had the opportunity to work with throughout my service. This experience will have a lasting impact on me, and I will always be thankful for the opportunity to serve. Thank you.
Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you. Well, it is with great gratitude that we thank you for taking the time to share your wisdom and your talent with us. So as Chancellor said, we'll continue to watch your career with great interest. So, and the name of your salon?
McKenna Davis and Company Hair Salon and Suites.
I love it. And we find you located?
In Crossville, Tennessee.
All right, very good. So everybody knows when you're headed to Crossville, drop by to see McKenna. And Suites too?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
what are
ma'am.
you carrying?
I've got 3 hair salon booths and then a back room.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, very nice. And sweet. Okay, that's sweet. S-U-I-T-E-S.
I thought-
Got it. Got it.
I thought baked goods as well.
I thought she had a chocolate shop too. Now I'm with you. Okay. Now I'm with. That's right. It may not be a bad idea. That's right. So well done. And again, as the resolution mentioned, just the celebration of that entrepreneurial spirit. Very impressive. So thank you. Don't be a stranger. Thank you very much. We next have a resolution of appreciation for our faculty regent, Angela Richardson, and I would appreciate Regent Branscombe presenting that to us, please.
Yes. This is a resolution of appreciation for the service of Ms. Angela Richardson as faculty regent to the Tennessee Board of Regents. Whereas the Tennessee Board of Regents wishes to express its sincere appreciation to Ms. Angela Richardson for her service as faculty regent, and whereas she was appointed by Governor Bill Lee to serve as a faculty regent for the 2024-2025 and 2025-2026 academic years, and whereas Mrs. Richardson earned her associate's degree from Roane State Community College, bachelor's degree from East Tennessee State University, and a master's degree from Tennessee Technological University. She has also completed coursework toward her Doctor of Education degree at East Tennessee State University and holds a postgraduate certificate in community college leadership. That's a lot. And whereas she is an experienced leader and educator, serving as Vice President of Academic Affairs and Master Instructor for Tennessee College of Applied Technology, TCAT, Harriman, and whereas Mrs. Richardson fulfilled her responsibilities on the board in an exemplary manner by contributing to the governance of the institutions within the board's purview and by voicing the perspectives and insights of faculty in support of educational quality. And whereas she has provided leadership, guidance, and expertise to the board in the areas of academic affairs, articulation, and student life, and has represented her colleagues and students with unwavering and distinguished service. And whereas Mrs. Richardson actively devoted her time and attention to deliberations within the Committee of Academic Policies and Programs and Student Life, where she brought invaluable campus-level insight to the board's discussions. And whereas she faithfully dedicated time and energy to serve on the Presidential Search Advisory Committee for TCAT, Oneida, and Huntsville. And let me add that I had the honor of serving with Regent Richardson and her questions to our candidates about their support of the faculty and the students brought out some really insightful information that I think helped all of us arrive at the decision that we did, which we all feel very good about. So I thank her for that. Whereas Ms. Richardson actively participated in institutional events across the college system of Tennessee, including groundbreakings, ribbon cuttings, commencements, and other special events, demonstrating her continued commitment to students, faculty, staff, and communities served by the Tennessee Board of Regents. And whereas she is an individual of high integrity and wisdom with a sincere interest in the welfare of the college system of Tennessee and higher education throughout the state of Tennessee, and now therefore be it resolved that the Tennessee Board of Regents expresses its sincere appreciation to Ms. Angela Richardson for her dedication and contributions to the board and its institutions, and extends best wishes to her in all of her future pursuits.
The form of a motion.
I move to approve.
Absolutely. Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Thank you, Regent Bradshaw. Any discussion? I'm looking at Chancellor.
Yes, and I want to say thank you so much to Angela. You have served our system both at the Roan State Community College, at TCAT Harriman, and now service on the board, and it has all been exemplary across the board. It is wonderful to know that you are only leaving the board, you are not leaving our system. So we look forward to spending a lot more time with you as we are building that new building at TCAT Harriman, and we'll have that ribbon cutting to which you have been so instrumental in helping make come out of the ground. We are deeply grateful for all the support you have given this system and our students over the course of several years now. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I would just ditto that, and you are the consummate professional. So what a pleasure it's been to work with you these past 2 years. It's been a real honor. Thank you. Anyone else?
Thank you for the thoughtful, sweet card.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Regent George. That was very nice. So, well, hearing no other discussion, we have a motion and a second. I know this will require a roll call vote. So all in favor of approving this resolution of appreciation for Angela Richardson, our faculty regent, please say aye.
Aye.
The floor is yours.
As the Chancellor mentioned, I have been around for a few years. As a matter of fact, earlier this month in June, I celebrated 36 years in post-secondary education, but 32 of those years have been with TBR institutions, Roan State and TCAT Harriman for the longest period. And if anybody's wondering, I've outlasted 7 chancellors, okay? So... So, if Chancellor Tidings leaves, I might just leave with her because she's definitely been in my opinion, the best of the bunch. So, I will say though, I appreciate the opportunity that Governor Lee gave me when he appointed me to this role. I've served in student services, I've served as a faculty member, and now on the admin team. So this opportunity was actually a very unexpected opportunity for me. It's not something that I saw on my bingo card, as we like to say these days. So I really appreciate the appointment from the governor's office. And especially, this has been such a transformative time period for TBR and the institutions of TBR. We've already heard mentioned at least once today, the $1.5 billion with a B investment that the governor's office and the General Assembly have made in technical education especially. And to be able to come aboard when these groundbreaking ceremonies were going on, and then to be able to stay long enough to see the ribbon cuttings on these new buildings. And these new buildings, they're not just, fancy new buildings that we all needed. Certainly, TCAT Harriman, that building has been there since 1969. We have been slapping Band-Aids on that building and on the plumbing and on the parking lot all these years. And so we love that we're getting a new building and a new campus. But that means so much more. We're changing students' lives. We are changing communities, and we are changing the states that we live in, not only for this generation, but future generations. So just to have the opportunity to come on board at this time has just really been meaningful for me. And somebody asked me, I was at a meeting, I can't even remember where, somebody asked me, said, what is the one thing that you have learned since you've been on the board? And I will say and I answered exactly this way, the one thing that I have learned is that Vice Chair Reynolds and Chancellor Tidings are truly a dynamic duo. And their leadership of this board and of TBR is just, nobody compares to the two of them. And so, moving forward, the board is in good hands, the institutions are in good hands, and Tennessee is in good hands with their leadership. So thank you.
Thank you. Oh, Regent Richardson, thank you. And I think I can speak for the Chancellor when I say you have humbled us by your comments. But more importantly, the reason this system works so well is because of folks just like you who make up the incredible talent that's represented across our colleges. So those 32 years in the TBR system, there's no way to fully express our gratitude to you for that service.
Thank you.
Now, I do want to mention, though, your husband, Daryl, is with us today.
He is, yes.
And speaking of 30-plus years, I think I have this right, for 38 years of marriage?
It'll be 39 in November.
Okay.
Yes.
And you dated for?
8.5.
Yep.
We're high school sweethearts.
Yep. And I'm not going to tell this story exactly right, so help me, but I thought it was so funny. He was at a point where going back to school or?
He went to school, and so he said, we'll get married once he graduates from college. And I didn't realize he was going to take so long to do it. And so once he graduated college, he asked me, I think he graduated in September or in August, asked me to marry him in September. He said, we'll get married next summer. I said, no, we'll get married next month. So, yeah. And we did.
Daryl, thank you for sharing her with us. Thank you very much. And so with that, we have a resolution of appreciation for a fellow regent, Mark George, and I'll call on Regent Spurgeon to do the honors.
Thank you, Vice Chair Reynolds. When you have the privilege to serve on any board, and in my case, the Tennessee Board of Regents here, you run across people and develop friendships, professional relationships with folks that you might not have had the opportunity to cross paths with. And for me, I've considered it an honor to have gotten to know Mark George over the last several years. And I think this, if all of you don't know, you're going to learn through this resolution, he is recognized as a national leader in the transportation business. And so I'm honored to be able to read this. Whereas Regent Mark H. George was appointed by Governor Bill Lee to serve on the Tennessee Board of Regents as the West Tennessee at-large representative and has faithfully served with distinction, dedication, and integrity. And whereas Regent George is the chairman of IMC Companies, which he founded in 1982 as an intermodal cartage with a single driver and a truck, demonstrating the entrepreneurial vision, determination, and leadership that have characterized his career. And whereas under his leadership, IMC Companies has grown over more than 4 decades into the nation's largest marine drayage provider, employing more than 3,000 team members and operating truck terminals in every major ocean port and rail terminal throughout the United States. And whereas Regent George has earned national recognition within the transportation and logistics industry through his service as a member of the Board of Directors of the American Trucking Associations and as chairman of the Intermodal Motor Carriers Conference. And whereas Regent George's tenure on the board, he served as chair of the Presidential Search Advisory Committee for Jackson State Community College and is a member of the search committees for Dyersburg State Community College and Tennessee Colleges of Applied Technology, Memphis, Henry Carroll, and Jackson. And he has generously shared his expertise in business, workforce development, and economic growth, providing thoughtful counsel and leadership in support of student success and the mission of the college system of Tennessee. And whereas Regent George has made a lasting contribution to the governance of the system by serving as chair of the Workforce Development Committee, helping to advance initiatives and strengthen workforce training, promote student success, and support the economic development needs of Tennessee and its employers, while also lending his expertise through his service on the Finance and Business Operations Committee. Whereas Regent George embodies sound wisdom and a steadfast commitment to the Tennessee Board of Regents system, its students, and higher education in Tennessee, and his leadership and business acumen have greatly benefited the board and the institutions it serves. And now therefore be it resolved that the Tennessee Board of Regents expresses its sincere appreciation to Regent Mark H. George for his years of service rendered and his leadership afforded to the Tennessee Board of Regents system. I move to approve.
Thank you, Regent Spurgeon. Well done. May we have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Regent White, very much. Any discussion? Chancellor, lead us off.
I do, and again, Regent George, we cannot thank you enough for all that you have contributed to this board. I know many of you, Regent George does not speak up a lot at our meetings. You don't see him talk a lot, but when he does, he's like E.F. Hutton. We listen. His experience and his knowledge are just beyond anything most of us can imagine. And not long after he joined the board, I had the privilege of going over to the Memphis area and touring his new home office area with he and his daughter and learning more about their company and their business. And I walked away with just this immense pride and feeling of having somebody on our board that knew as much as he did about what was happening all across the world. His company is just amazing. And if you've never had the opportunity to talk to him or to see what happens there, go and do so, because it is so eye-opening and just so just stunning as to what happens there. Again, a man that understands business, that understands how things work in this world. It is beyond reproach, and we are just in awe to have you be on this board, and so sad to see you leaving us. But know that the island is calling you. Thank you for everything.
Anyone else? I just want to say a couple of quick things. Certainly your business acumen is second to none, but I also, to reference what Regent Spurgeon said about the friendships we develop on this board, you and Nisha Powers, as I understand it, did not know each other until you came to serve on TBR together. And the friendship you two have formed, I really truly admire and enjoy watching it. And that friendship will persevere well past your time, both of your times on this board. I also want to say, I admire the strength of your faith and your dedication to your family. I wish I was a grandchild for some of the great trips you take these kids on. It's amazing. I may sneak along at some point in time. But you have your priorities right at all times, and I just have such great admiration for that. So thank you very much. Thank you all. Anyone? With that, we need another voice vote to approve this resolution of appreciation for Regent Mark George. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Regent George, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Vice Chair, and thank all of you for that very generous comments, probably much more than I deserve. It's hard to believe that 6 years have already gone by, and it's just like, wham, we're here. And so I'm very grateful for the governor nominating me for this board seat. When I first was asked to serve on this board, I really didn't have a full grasp on TBR and what they did, even though I am a product of the TBR system, Go Columbia State. And so I've really learned a lot. I have I've received much more than I've given back. And so I just appreciate very much. This is the most professional run board I've ever been on. And so I commend the Chancellor and Vice Chair for a job well done. And it's just been a great experience to serve on this board. You talk about friendships, going to these community colleges, and all the goodies we get is like, I'll have enough goodies for the rest of my life. Pens, pencils, pads, coffee cups. But just the chance to go to these communities and just get a real feel for what TBR does. Some of the, one of the more memorable ones was when we were in Chattanooga and we were visiting the community college there one night after dinner. Some fellow board members, regents, we found our way in the Chattanooga Capitol building down in the basement with Weston Womp, and there was a few of us together. Nisha was one of them. Kastner was one of them, and we just, you know, the camaraderie and the friendship that was developed at that time, you know, I'll always remember that. And talking about the education system in the state and what was good and what was bad, and so just experiences like that and the friendships that we've made will always be valuable. Also, like the Jack Daniels in Lynchburg, that was a nice one to go to too. So many friends that have been made along the way that I'll always cherish. And Chris, you can count on IMC continuing to be supportive of the SOAR Awards. That's a great program and the recognition that's given there. So we will continue to be part of TBR and contribute where we can. And so just thank you so much. And I'm proud to have been part of this group. And I wish everybody continued success.
Thank you.
Something else. Another coffee mug?
I don't think so. Exactly, that's right, that's right. Thank you. Oh, that was all beautifully said. Thank you so much, Regent George. And the good news is we know where to find you, so you're not going far. And thanks for renewing your support of SOAR. That's very generous. Thank you. Chancellor, we meet, oh, I'm not done yet. We have one more item, sorry. So sorry. Oh, me. Regent White.
You can't skip over this.
I know, exactly, I know. Thank you for taking the gavel.
I think I'm supposed to officially move this over just
Absolutely.
for, hopefully just for about 2 minutes here. But what we need to do as a board is elect our vice chair. And, you know, of course, our vice chair is the person that professionally and gracefully and efficiently leads us through our meetings. And the process that we'll go through is I'll ask for a nomination for vice chair, and please do that in the form of a motion. I'll ask for a second, and then I'll ask for if there are any other nominations. And once we have our slate of nominees, I'll ask for a motion to close in a second, and then we'll vote. So step one will be to call for a nomination for vice chair to lead us going forward.
I would like to make a motion to confirm Emily Reynolds as vice chair and for her to serve through June 30th, 2027.
Awesome. Do I have a second?
And I'm honored to make that second.
All right, we have a second. Are there any other nominations to be made? Great. Since there are no other nominations, is there a motion to close our nomination process?
Motion.
Okay, is there a second to that?
And I second.
Yes. Thank you, Mark. And now this calls a roll call vote, right? Let's do a voice vote. So all in favor of Emily Reynolds continuing as our vice chair, please say aye.
Aye.
And I'm not going to ask for any no's, so quickly move this back over here. And thank you for another upcoming year of wonderful service.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, again, I'm honored and I'm humbled, but we all do this together. And Chancellor and the team and this board all mean the world to me. So this has been a great experience, and talk about the passage of time. I have been at this since 2010 now, remarkably enough. But again, it's the blink of an eye. And watching the changes in the system and the opportunities that are before us, this means a great deal. So together, we will have another outstanding year. Thank you all very much. And now, we will move to the adjournment of our meeting with some closing comments and some business to conclude. We will be together again in September, which is not far from now, after what everyone will have a busy summer. We're going to be in Bedford County at another one of our new shiny new projects at the Bedford County Higher Education Center on September 18. That's a Thursday for our committee meetings, the full board on Friday, September 19. So hopefully you have all of that on your calendars. More to come from Mariah and Elizabeth. But Chancellor Tidings, any closing comments?
Just again to thank our three presidents that have hosted us today and yesterday. We are very grateful. You did an outstanding job. To your teams that worked on this, thank you so much for all that you did to make this happen. To our vice chair, thank you for agreeing to be our vice chair again. We are so grateful for all that you've done to help make all of this. And she says it's the team, but y'all know that she is there every second helping us make everything happen. So we are deeply grateful for that. To our board members that we're losing again, you are always welcome to come back and be with us at any time. Please, please do, because you are all three extremely special to us. So thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. President Jackson, do you have any final announcements for us? And I had an idea this morning. As we continue the rotation between our campuses over the next few years, we will look forward to returning to the new Titans Stadium with our friends from the Titans organization for dinner here in the coming years.
Sounds good. On behalf of Nashville State, Presidents Travis and Garrett, we have enjoyed being your host, but we do want to acknowledge and thank the amazing team and volunteers that help make this possible. And I see her in the corner of my eye, so come on in here, Natalie Olson. I want to give a special thanks to Natalie Olson and Kathleen Duff for the countless hours they spent ensuring every detail was accounted for and executed as a high standard. Come in, Natalie, if you would help me. Please thank Natalie Olson. Thank you. And we also want to thank the amazing staff at TBR who supported us every step of the way. I just have a few short announcements before you head home. Boxed lunches can be picked up in the lobby outside of the art gallery. Lunch is sponsored by TCAT Dixon and Hoare Construction. You are welcome to stay here and eat. There are several tables set up in the art gallery and of course the cafe tables. For all of our guests, please don't forget to pick up your gift bag on your way out. There are some fun swag items as well as a few of our favorite things from Nashville. And finally, I want to let the Regents know that TCAT Dixon actually has a very special gift for you that's not in your bag. They're actually behind the stage. So there's a box for you to take with you as you go. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you all very much. Thank you. And don't forget your box over there. Those are big. I noticed those earlier. So one more for the road. Oh, what a great time we've had. Thanks to you all. I know for all of us, it's an honor to serve the state in this way. You make a profound impact, and we're just honored to know each and every one of you. To our team that works so diligently behind the scenes, the guys that you never really see over there in the corner who make all of this happen as well, we are grateful to you each and every day. So with that, importantly, to everyone as we hit the road, be safe. I think there may be some weather heading south and east in particular, so just be careful as you go. Most of all, have a great summer, and we will look forward to seeing you in September. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we are adjourned. Thank you all.